Hello. Oh, okay. I got a transition. Hello. Hopefully, some people are out there. If you could just let me know you're there before I start any kind of spiel. Okay, I'm gonna just get started. Today, I'm gonna be turning. I snatched some roses out of a wedding centerpiece, and I'm gonna be turning. I dried them out. I set them in resin. I'm going to be turning them into a plate that's hopefully a keepsake. My only issue is that the mold that I had is like kind of scalloped. I don't know if you can see it in the thing. So you see how it's not perfectly round. Um, so we'll see how well that works. I do still have the mold on here. I have to scrape it all off. And the same tools that will work on the resin, oh gosh, I'm looking up at the screen. The same tools that'll work on the resin will work on the mold because this is just thin plastic. Okay, let's start. Now, again, like always, when I do a resin thing, I have a block of plywood that I just glue onto the back. And that fits perfectly into the chuck. All right, let's switch. Hey, Len. I was not, I am having a tough time with these cameras today. So I ended up being a few minutes late here. Not really organized, but we'll get there. All right, ready to roll. Turn the thing on first. So I'm turning at like 700 RPM to start with. Just because I'm not sure how hard this is going to be to get this mold off of here. I did learn something that you cannot use #1 recycled plastic for your mold. So there's all these different, there's like a little triangle symbol on every piece of plastic, and it'll tell you what the number is. And for some reason, #1, I guess it melts from the heat of the resin. So you can't use #1 recyclables, but you can use all the others. So these were number 6, and I just bought like 20 of them. I bought like 20 of them for like $10 on Amazon. You'll know I'm past the mold completely when you start seeing ribbons going. So you can see the ribbons now. It's a totally different look than it was when it was out here, and it's still the plastic mold. But the plastic mold is very similar to resin. So, the same tools. Here, I'll show you. The same tools are going to scrape off the plastic mold that would also scrape off the resin. So we'll do this inside. It's going to be a fairly shallow plate. We'll do this inside, and then I'll turn it around to a different thing. But let's speed it up a little bit here. Now I'm up to about 1200 RPM. There you go. Now we're down to resin. Hopefully my image is unfrozen, right, Len? All right, let's see how I'm paranoid about going too deep here. All right, well, I got to get a little bit more done no matter what. But I think it might be cool. Yeah, it may work even with this scalloping. Oh, that would be fun. Problem's going to be getting the mold up the outside. I'm going to end up losing the scallop no matter what, but I'll do what I can. Can't see anything. Okay, well, got a few air pockets. This is thicker than it needs to be anyway. All right. I don't know what's happening here. That's a big air pocket. Guess I gotta just keep going. I don't know what else to do. Might end up with the funnel. All right. This may may be because nothing was thoroughly dry. I don't know. This feels like, I guess, ooh, that's not good. All right, we lost something somewhere. And I can't tell what broke off. So I'm gonna keep going. Okay, all right, I'm getting there. Woo, that was making me nervous. It's gonna take a little longer than I expected. All right. Hi. Let's see if I got this outer edge done. All right. Well, there's part of my problem. I still have part of the mold on there. So I just have to keep going until I get rid of that. Let me see if I can cut that off though. Well, all right. All right. All right, what's happening here now? All right, I got the mold off. Now I just have a little air bubble to deal with. All right, I'm getting there. Woo! Let's turn this up. Now that nothing's going to come flying. All right. Can you see how it's coming out? Little piece of ridge right here. I'm almost there. I should be almost to as thin as I can get it. I don't want to go too much thinner. All right, so it's a little thick here, right there in the middle. And let's see. A little bit towards the edge, but I'm doing good. I'm almost there. Center is pretty much done. Ay, 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 this is craziness. All right. Okay, I've got to do a little bit more towards the outside. All right, I've got to get the side. That looks good. All right, got to get the side because when I put it on the other chuck, it's going to be too close to the. Oh, well, no wonder I'm having trouble. Look at this, whole thing is moving. All right, I'm going to end up losing the scalloping. And this whole thing is coming off. All right. Hi, Michael. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was going to work at all because I wasn't using silk flowers or anything. I was using actual flowers that I had gathered. So I didn't know if it would actually work if they would be dry enough. Well, there we go. All right. I guess I'm done with this chuck. So we're getting there. But now I can peel this off. This is the rest of the mold. Unfortunately, that's right. Where the heck did I put that in? It's right here. It's underneath everything. Okay. I am covered with this stuff. Okay. I guess some of the stuff is going to end up being sanded rather than turned just to get the smoothest finish. I think I need to WD-40 this, huh? All right, now let's make sure I get it in these grooves. I got to be careful with these things. So I'm going to end up just doing the center, I guess, and have to do the rest of it by sanding. Okay. Let's say. Okay. This is not going to take much, I guess, since the mold. All right, I got to get rid of that dot. The mold had formed the base for me. So in some ways it was easier, some ways it was harder. Let's turn this backwards. I'm doing starting with 180. Now 320. 400. And then we just go over it to 600. All right, now, my goodness, look at this. Holy cow. That was craziness. I think I'm going to leave these divots. I kind of like this. I don't think it's going to matter when I put the stuff on. I'm going to use the clear glaze by Cryon. Really like that for the resin stuff. I don't need this. Okay. Ah, relief. All right. Oh, that's going to be pretty, right? So this is a plate. These are, I wasn't sure if the petals would dry out enough. So these are petals from a wedding centerpiece. So now at least I know if I do it correctly, I can dry out the petals from a special occasion and cast them in resin. So I will sand the other side. This will become crystal clear with just the amber rose petals in. And that way they have from their, I didn't have the courage to get the stuff from this bouquet because I wasn't positive it would work, but now I know it will work. I would maybe think about that again. But yeah, I didn't want to take a chance on taking her wedding bouquet away. And yeah, my thing is frozen. All right, so let's transition back. I don't know what is going on with my cameras today, but they're making me insane. So anyway, I will post a final video after the other side is sanded, and I have a little finale video, and you can come back and look at that later. But the this came out really pretty, I think. I think it's going to be very pretty, and it's you know, even if it's just like a bizarre abstract look, it's petals from her centerpiece from her wedding. And so if it means nothing to anyone else, it'll mean something to the bride and groom. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate how many people were on. I really, it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And I will be back on Wednesday, 11:30 again.